Believe me.
Sorry, your cup was empty. I put some money in it.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Thanks.
you may want to pay closer attention now if you actually want to collect anything.
Really? Gee, thanks. While I appreciate the cash donation, any more helpful hints can be deposited in the suggestion box in the seat of your pants. Need me to be more explicit? I'm saying you can shove it up your...
I get it.
Well, I am new to this kind of thing,
What, you just became homeless?
in a manner of speaking.
You either have a home or you don't.
It's a long story.
Well, I got time.
What's your name?
Jake.
Have a seat, Jake. I'm Stan.
So does this stuff actually keep you warm?
No, I was just wrapping myself in it in case someone put me in a big cardboard box and shipped me off in a U-Haul with the rest of Grandma's crystal collectibles.
I could run to the hardware store and get you some bubble wrap.
What about those little styrofoam nuggets?
Yeah, and some packing tape too.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, I'm just a scholar of life.
Sounds more like a professional bullshitter.
Not far off. I was a philosophy major at NYU.
What'd that get you?
A huge debt and a cashier job at Barnes & Noble. What about you?
Well, now, what did I tell you? Now stop it. Now you gotta shake yourself into pieces. You're gonna have a shin there, a foot there, knee there, just a big mess. Now cut it out. Where was I? Careful, you're giving off a very judgmental odor I'd call Judy, number 5. Yeah, I talk to my body. It's been with me 24/7 every day of my life. We're the closest of friends, the tightest of families. I mean, every night is like a closing scene from the Waltons. Well, good night, liver. Good night, pancreas. Good night, colon. Although sometimes he actually answers back. It beats counting sheep. But just to be clear, I do it out of love, not as a sleep aid.
Oh, that's sweet.
Don't be a smartass.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Well, you think you're better than me because I'm living like this? For your information, I do have a college degree. In fact, I was a clerk in a law office before the shit hit the fan.
Listen, I meant no disrespect, okay? I'm genuinely interested in your story.
You sure about that?
Absolutely.
I warn you, it's not for the faint of heart.
I'll take my chances.
All right. I was on the N train on my way to work that morning. Out of nowhere, I got the sensation like a giant fist is squeezing my bladder. Like a deranged clown twisting a plump water balloon into a bizarre animal shape. It was all I could do to hold it in. So I jumped off at the next stop. I remembered a nearby Target store had a public restroom, so I ran inside. I saw the men's restroom sign and I felt like I was at the gates of heaven. I mean, I was so relieved I almost wet myself right there. And hold on there, buddy, I told my bladder. We're almost there. Read you loud and clear, partner, my bladder replied, giving me a thumbs up.
Your bladder spoke to you.
Well, not out loud, of course. It would be crazy. It's all in my head.
Of course.
So I dodge a caution, wet floor sign, and into the restroom I go. Hallelujah. Finally, I'm in that hallowed hall, ready to worship at the porcelain altar. And my, that porcelain shines. Not a streak or stain to be seen in this sanctuary. The sharp scent of disinfectant confirms what my eyes already concluded. Cleaned, purified, washed in the suds. But wait, other members of the congregation have arrived before me and taken position at the urinals. It's not fair. An empty stall at the end of the line beckons me, calling me into its confessional-like chamber. Confession is good for the soul, I cry as I scurry on into the stall without locking it. I need to bother with that. It will just take a moment. Or so I thought. Down goes the fly, and out comes sweet relief. Like a wave rippling from my bladder to the rest of my body, I feel a collective from the whole gang sharing this moment of bliss. Something's wrong. It's too quiet. There's no urine splashing, no flushing, no water running from faucets, no roaring automatic hand dryers, no crumpling paper towels. Complete silence. An overwhelming sense of isolation that puts a chill in my spine and an uncomfortable twinge in my gut. Suddenly, rubber squeaks on the linoleum behind me. I inhale sharply, not realizing I've been holding my breath. I detect an odor of wet, decaying leaves. Zipping my fly, I turn. Someone is standing right outside my stall. The freshly scrubbed floor reflects a man-shaped shadow next to a pair of brown work boots visible from under the door. The lock! Why didn't you latch it? My brain cries at me. I reach for the door, but the door swings open into my hand. I push, and another stiff force pushes from the other side. I put my shoulder into it and shove. Almost there. Another little inch, and I can latch the lock. Help! My feet cry. My shoes are losing traction. My feet begin sliding backwards. The door starts to creep open. As panic starts to grow, and I start to use force of will against the door. You will close, door. You will close because I say so. You will. You will. You will. But despite my efforts, it creeps open a little bit wider, inch by inch, until slowly I can finally catch a glimpse of the man on the other side. His faded blue jeans, his stained flannel shirt, his... Oh, God. His face. I freeze in shock. The door swings inward and knocks me down onto the toilet. I smack my head on the tile wall behind me. My vision swims in and out of focus as I gaze up at the figure framed in the open stall door. And that face, that horrible, awful face. I turn my head and close my eyes before I can look no longer. But even with eyes closed, I can still see it. That image is burned into my memory. It's not just the crooked teeth coated in a yellow film, cracked lips spread over them in a leering grin. It's not just the milky white coated eye with no eyelids. It's the teeth, it's the skin. It's like the flesh had started to melt, covering the face in little droplets of flesh, which had re solidified, leaving the forehead, nose, cheeks, ears covered in those flesh droplets. The decaying leaf smell is stronger. I take another peek. The leering face is now inches from my own. He runs a brown, slimy, pustule-covered tongue over his lips, puckers them, and kisses my forehead. He feels cold and oily like a dead fish. My entire body shrieks in terror and disgust. And then there is darkness.
The lights went out,
Mine did.
so you blacked out.
I must have. And even though it's dark, my next memory was of a throbbing ache in my head, and we sensed we were alone.
We?
Oh, please.
You and your body parts.
There's hope for you yet. The gang is falling apart emotionally. I do my best to keep everyone calm, but as I take inventory, one little detail becomes more and more ominous. Shh, it's okay. We're still here. We can hear. We can smell. We can touch. We just can't see so good. Holy shit. Watch your language. The stroller brigade might be out in force. Don't want to hurt the little ears.
Jesus, God almighty.
What's the matter? Something got your panties in a bunch? You can't imagine what. Sit back down. Confession is good for the soul. Where you going? You're not leaving me too, just like everyone else. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, all wrapped into one temp-dwelling entity known as my wife. Changing the locks, getting a restraining order, keeping my kids from me. Even if I had eyes, I still couldn't see him. Fuck off! Breathe! Oh, anus. You're an asshole. Peekaboo! Pika!